Yo guys, what is up? It is MasterDavros here. I'm coming at you with another constructive video here on Halo. Today we're going to be taking on the topic of the unlock system in Halo, in the current Halo, and what I think would be one of the best unlock systems to have for Halo 6. So let's get started right away. As we all know, in Halo 5 right now we have the REQ system, which is a system to randomly unlock nearly every single item in a game. This REQ system was criticized in Halo 5 and likely feature changes in Halo 6, which will make it, of course, better for us gamers. Hopefully, at least. But I'm pretty sure it'll happen. So, Halo 5 is one of the games right now to have started a system of having free DLC, but with a microtransactional system on the side for customization and weaponry. All these stuff are purchasable with in-game credits or real money. And there are some other games which are following up on this system and or making their own little twist on it. You have Titanfall 2, which has an identical system to Halo 5, and soon Battlefront 2 will have a very similar unlock system to what Halo 5 has right now. So let's be honest here, while most of us wish we were in a perfect world where we had both free DLC and no microtransactional systems, where we could unlock items through hard work, achievements, challenges, or simply to play in a game, this scenario is highly unlikely in today's state. So the publishers and developers need their inflow of cash to make a profit, pay out employees, and perhaps fund for their future projects as well. So it's either one thing or another at this current state. You either have the season pass or you have the microtransactions. So it is highly unlikely that we'll see neither of them in any game for quite some time, if I'm being honest here. So I will discuss the current issues of the unlock system and list improvements to make it the best possible for both companies and gamers. This commentary will also be as non-biased and realistic as possible. So, first of all, let's look at the previous Halo unlock systems to give you guys a sense of context here. So in Halo 3 and ODST, the armor pieces were unlockable through achievements and leveling up in rank. In Halo Reach, you can unlock armor by leveling up, but then you also had to purchase these armor pieces, armor effects and visors through the credit system, which was an in-game currency. Halo 4 is my personal favorite system, simply because of a variety of ways to unlock stuff. So you had the commendations, which was sort of an in-game challenge system or target system. For example, you could get a certain amount of kills with a rocket launcher, other UNSC weapons, and get assassinations. These commendations, upon completing them, would eventually give you or grant you some rare pieces of armor. So the Venator armor for completing the assassination commendations was one of the rarest pieces of armor in the game for quite some time. You also had the legendary achievement for completing the campaign to get the Mark 6 armor. And then of course you could simply level up to unlock stuff as well. Then we come to the current unlock system, which is Halo 5. All unlocks are available via the REQ system, apart from the Mark 6, the Mark 6 Scarred, the Helios Grill, the original version of that of course, yet the Nightfall armor as well, now the Achilles armor set and some emblems. For some reason they decided to make a lot of emblems unlockable via commendations, but for some reason they not include armors inside there, which is a mistake on their part, but whatever, that's a different thing, it's not really relevant here. So let's discuss now the current issues of the Halo 5 unlock system that I have personally identified, and of course others as well. So there are a large portion of items, there are a lot of armor sets, skins, etc., and bloody visors. There's literally, what the hell, I mean, look at the visors. Why are there literally 10 or 12 different variations of the same color, just a slightly different tone? It's like 12 different blues. Like, why? Anyway, so it can take a lot of dedication and grinding to get the cool legendary gear you want. There are no such thing as currently vehicle REQ packs, cosmetic REQ packs, or armory REQ packs. So the grind can be frustrating, and the REQ packs literally just give you 2 random items at a time. So if you specifically want a cool weapon, a Prophet's Bane, but you don't really care about getting stupid visors, you're gonna have to grind out for quite some time to get that weapon, and especially if you're a new player, not really a dedicated Halo player, this can be frustrating, as you may find yourself possibly never experiencing the Prophet's Bane unless you pick it up in Warzone, or it'll take you simply a while to get to the Prophet's Bane, so just because the system is highly diluted in Halo 5. So all the items are luck based and require grinding. So a reward factor for obtaining the high level gear and weaponry is no longer there. In previous Halos such as Halo 4, if you got the Venator armor for completing the assassination commendation, it was one of the rare armor pieces in the game. If you equipped it, people, they wouldn't necessarily respect you, but they would know that you've worked your ass off to get that armor in by grinding out some assassinations. And of course there's some even rarer armors than Venator for completing some sort of Spawn Ops challenges and multiplayer challenges together, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, if you got out pieces, you definitely worked hard to get those, so that's pretty good. That was pretty good, but unfortunately such a thing does not exist right now, so her reward factor is definitely not there. So having a super rare armor that required skill to get was a rewarding feeling and made you kind of feel unique on a battlefield. Meanwhile, in Halo 5, anyone can eventually have access to all armor pieces apart from the pieces which I previously mentioned, like Achilles, etc. So, users with money also feel insecure about their gold pack purchases because, well, they're not guaranteed to get the items they want. They can get some shitty visors, they can get a loadout weapon variant they don't necessarily want, or they could get some rubbish rare armor. So yeah, if you actually were to improve it, you'd maybe have more purchases for your REQ packs, and I'll get into that, how they can do that later on. However, at the end there is one good thing about the REQ packs which we can at least be grateful for in Halo 5, or, you know, quote-unquote lucky at least, compared to some other games. I'm not going to mention those games because I don't want to have any beef, but once you unlock the items, you'll not see them in the packs again. Say if you get, for example, the Mark 5 armor, you'll never unlock it again because it's always there. You're never going to get a duplicate, because in some games, as I said, I'm not going to mention them, you get bloody duplicates and it's get really annoying, and your chance of unlocking everything is next to none unless you actually pay a lot of money. So you can work up to unlocking everything at least, so that's one good thing about the current REQ packs. It is friendly to grinding at least. So now I got some solutions here for REQ packs, for REQ system itself, so let's get into those as well. Right here, starting off, so there should be two systems in Halo 6. One is the REQ system and one is an unlock system which you would use to unlock items through achievements, challenges and commendations. Most of this achievable unlocks should be armor pieces of varied rarity, and some should be more challenging to earn than others. Also include a few assassinations and stances in there, why not? Because in Halo 4 you can unlock some stances through some weapon challenges, I believe. And yeah, so like I said, the REQ pack should return, but the REQ pack should have other armor pieces, some more weapon skins, weapon variants, Warzone, etc. So that way there is a nice balance. You can unlock items through purchasing REQ packs of points, but you can unlock a large amount of stuff by completing challenging tasks. And of course, what was also missing from Halo 5 and Halo 4, there was no badass armor set for reaching the max rank in the game, unlike in Halo Reach, where you got the Haunted Helmet. And so I think for Halo 6 they should add some armor sets you could specifically for getting to a max rank and over high ranks as well. Maybe armor sets could be given out for qualifying in a ranked arena. Just my idea of mine, they could do that. Just some cool skins on the armor sets, that would be decent at least. Encourage more people to complete or qualify for rank. Then you also could have more types of REQ packs, which a lot of people have mentioned this throughout anywhere on the internet. So you could have, so these are my personal ideas. You could have the Armory REQ pack, which would earn you or grant you vehicle and gun REQs. Then you'd have the Cosmetic REQ pack, which would give you weapon skins, stances and assassinations. And then also Spawn packs, which would give you armor pieces and visors. And then of course you can have normal gold packs on top of it as well to get a variety of items, but of course would be slightly more cheaper than the specific packs I mentioned. There is also an alternative method which I might actually prefer and might be a little bit more realistic, but I don't exactly know just yet. But if we can't get those pack versions which I mentioned, we can have the standard gold packs included, but you can perhaps you could specifically purchase some of these higher tier REQ weapons of your choice with REQ points or real money. An example of mine would be for Prophet's Bane for 80,000 REQ points or $4 to $7. This would allow players to get the fun weapons they want directly without having to rely on luck factors in REQ packs. And also, not only that, but it will also allow Microsoft to earn more money from their REQs, because more users would buy these weapons, because guess what, they're guaranteed to get the item they want. There's no luck factor there, so they don't have to roll the dice to get some items. They're guaranteed to get the Prophet's Bane if they want to buy the Prophet's Bane pack. So these are all the solutions I have. If you have any other ideas, feel free to share them, and I hope you guys enjoy the commentary, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.